Hello and welcome back to Sovereign RPG. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to MTG Leviathan for keeping up with the Echoes subreddit. He is doing a fantastic job and you should all check it out. We are growing as a community so much and it is really a great thing to see. I want to thank you all for that. I am always in the Eve Echoes Discord, so if you ever have any questions, just at me in there or leave a comment below. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Nina, one of the moderators of the Eve Echoes official Discord, for helping me with some of the details of this guide. She is a font of knowledge, so make sure to annoy her daily with questions. This guide will be a bit longer than usual, as there is a lot to go through, and took me a lot longer to gather and get the information needed for it in the game. With all of that out of the way, let's get to it. Combat anomalies, anoms for short, are combat sites, and one of the ways to generate ISK, with various levels of difficulty, ranging from 1 to 10, and small, medium, large, base, and Inquisitor. The small number to the right of the anom, in the overview, will indicate the level of the anomaly shown here. The higher the number, the more difficult it is. The small, medium, and large differences to the anoms indicate wave sizes and the amount of waves, small being the easiest, and large being the hardest. A small and a large anom of the same level will have the same max ship class, for example, a destroyer or cruiser, but a large will have a lot more of them. This spreadsheet shows the type, tech level, how many pirates in the full anom, the number of waves, and how many ships spawn in that wave. Level 9 and 10 sites have the same patterns as level 8s, and bases have an additional wave over a large site as well. The bases spawn the other combat anoms in a system, and are also the hardest of each level. Here is a massive disclaimer. Do not go around destroying bases and systems. They spawn combat anomalies, exactly the same level as the base. If you destroy a base, it will respawn as a level 1 and spawn only level 1 anomalies until it levels up. This takes time, and you are actually stopping yourself from being able to spawn higher level Inquisitor anomalies. More on those later. You can warp to the chosen anom by clicking here and clicking here. If you would like more information on traveling and the associated UI, I have also done a tutorial on that. Please check it out. Once you have warped to the anom, be ready, as ships will be sitting in there waiting for you. It is good practice to warp in at range. As of this video, range is king. Getting your ship's weaponry skills up, and also manufacturing or purchasing rigs, will increase the range of your weapons. In my corp, we have members with 100 kilometers plus weapon ranges. While you don't need this, as honestly it is broken and overkill, up until level 8 anoms, you won't need more than 50 kilometers. Anything above that, you want to sit at the 60 to 100 kilometer range. This will help with any mistakes that you make and give you time to fix it. There are enemy ships like the Moa as an example that can travel 3 kilometers a second and can close that gap quickly. You have to be ready to move away at a moment's notice. By double tapping anywhere in the opposite direction of the enemy ships, you can move further away while still being able to hit the pursuing enemy. You can also hold down approach here and move left or right to increase or decrease the distance of the approach. This will also keep your selected target at that range, so if they move towards you, you will automatically keep them at that range at all times. Try to use this on ships that you will not destroy first. Doing this will allow your ship to fit full DPS rather than having defense modules, as the rats, also known as pirates, cannot even hit you from this distance. More DPS equals quicker clear times, equals quicker ISK and module collection. By holding down the warp to button and dragging your finger or mouse to the left or right to set a range to warp to, like this. Keep an eye on your weapon's max range by clicking here, here, and looking here. Warp just a little further than this number. It will give you time to lock targets and see what to kill first. Once you have finished the enemies here, a new wave will spawn, giving you more ships to kill. These anoms are also a great source of modules for your ship, depending on your ship type, faction, and weapon type. Each faction region drops modules for your ship type. For example, in Caldari space, anoms will drop missiles and railgun modules. Also, they will drop shield related modules. So if these interest you, you'll want to head out to Garista space for nullsec, and anywhere around Jita for highsec. Each ship you destroy will go into an ISK counter, and each ship class is worth a different amount of ISK. Then every 20 minutes, this will be deposited straight into your ISK wallet. Once you have cleared all the waves, it's time to loot, and you have finished your first anomaly. Continue on to others to keep that ISK counter rolling, or walk back to base and drop off your hard-earned loot. There are also Inquisitor anomalies, and these bad boys are where you get rig blueprints, and a small chance to drop the materials needed to make them. Inquisitor anomalies are a rare spawn from a base, and as said earlier, they will spawn at the same level as the base. The only way we know so far of getting these to spawn is to find a base of a level you are comfortable wiping out, destroy all of the combat anomalies in the system, except for the base. Now this is important, do not destroy the base. If there is no base active in the system, no Inquisitor sites will spawn. Inquisitor sites have the same spawns as their small and medium combat anom equivalents. You can check the spreadsheet at the beginning of the video to find these. This will raise your chances of an Inquisitor anomaly spawning in that system. Keep wiping out combat anomalies until an Inquisitor anomaly spawns. Once it spawns, you warp to it. When you warp to the site, there's a gate that takes you into Pocket 1. It has the same spawns as a small sized site, with 2 faction spawns at level 5+. These hit very hard, so make sure you are ready. In that room there is another gate, which leads you into Pocket 2. It has the same spawns as a medium sized site, with 2 waves of faction spawns at level 5+, 2 and then 3. Pocket 2 also has a number of containers, correspondent with the faction area you are fighting in. They are remains, rubble, and debris. Unlike EVE Online, this doesn't seem to affect loot amount or quality at the moment. These unlock after all the enemies are killed, so you cannot micro warp drive to them, take them, and run. Those cans drop rig blueprints and rarely rig materials to build them. Once you have wiped this pocket, loot your hard earned items and head to home base to drop them off, or continue on. Next up will be the encounters tutorial. We are still recruiting here at Trimark Heavy Industries, so check out the description for our Discord link. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps some of you. And remember, fly safe and avoid local chat scams.